What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the It Doesn't Matter podcast. I'm your host. I'm Notorious One. I am Dom, and today I'm here with my boy Stratton. I'm here with my man all the way down in Delaware. I'm here with BDC, and today we have special guest, the guy that chose this show. We're here at ringside. Fellas, what's going on?
What's up?
You.
Some intro, fellas. Some intro.
Whew.
Fantastic.
Lively bunch this evening.
Yes,
oh, yeah.
I see.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, we're going to take it back 2 years ago, the NXT No Mercy. Wild time in NXT time. We have Carmelo Hayes as your NXT champion. We have Becky Lynch. She is the women's champion at the time.
Yep.
We have a young Trick Williams starting to take over, no pun intended. But yeah, it's a wild time in NXT. Ringside, why'd you choose this show right here?
I chose this because I'm a filthy NXT mark, and I will always choose the NXT show over everything else. But I remember this one from a couple of years ago because we were just coming out of the NXT 2.0 era. We were kind of the white and gold, if we had to classify it as a color scheme, which we usually do for NXT over the years. And there's just a lot of good up and coming. You got Mello was cruising, Trick was just coming up. We had Bron was on his own, bona fide star. Corbin was hanging out, doing his best run. Becky was coming down, helping everybody out. Tiffany was really hitting her stride at this time. You had the Creed brothers. You just had prospects everywhere, and it was just a good show, like every other NXT PLE.
Damn right. All right, well, a video package kick off the show of the old No Mercy from the N64 game. I got that game. John, you still got to play it. I'm telling you, you got to play it. And they highlight all the matches taking place. So you see the characters in the N64 form, and it was pretty dope seeing that. I'm like, dang, I kind of wish they brought this back. Will I buy it? No, because something similar to that is like the AEW Fight Forever game, and I'm all set. But
yeah,
it takes place in Bakersfield, California. We got Booker T and Vic Joseph on commentary. In our opening match, we have Bron Breakker, who we know who is that badass today on the main roster, taking on Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin he's not the lone wolf. He got the biker gimmick. He found so many different gimmicks, but now he's in NXT and he's trying to reinvent himself.
Yep.
So, ringside, what are your thoughts on Baron Corbin at this time?
This is peak Corbin right here. I think he was the best. His best work on the mic is right now. His best work in the ring right now. It's like he went down there, and I think he felt he had something to prove. You know, he's been on the main roster for 6 or 7 years at that point. He's done everything. He won Money in the Bank. He lost Money in the Bank. He was rich. He was poor. He was rich again. What else did he do? He was the constable. He was completely shit on by the authority in the ring. They kind of soft fired him and blamed him for the reason everything sucked at the time. So him coming down here, work with the kids, as it were, just try something new. He's got new music. He came out with the bike. He got new gear, and he was just cruising. He was just hitting everything. He was doing really well at this point. Like I said, I think this is the best Baron Corbin we've ever seen at this point in time.
I still like that lone wolf, that debut of Baron Corbin in NXT, but I dig it. He finally established himself or reinvented himself to, get to where he was at. Now, after this, was this when he formed a tag team with Bron Breakker? Because then they won the tag titles or something like that?
Shortly after this, yeah.
Okay.
They won the tag belts. They were the Wolf Dogs, I believe.
The Wolf Dogs.
So, great name. Very creative.
John, you got that t-shirt? Guess that's a no. No Wolf Dogs for him. All right, well, back to this match. Baron Corbin, he pulled up in the big badass chopper, big badass bike, and Bron Breakker being himself, he just flew over the top rope, taking Corbin out. And it was a brawl. These guys are fighting throughout the crowd. And Corbin tried to take Bron out through a table, but he missed. And then they finally got inside in the ring. And yeah, these guys are going at it. This is your opening match right here. And the fans, they're really into it. And Corbin with the deep six, which I still love to this day. That moves high. All he's doing is just spin and slam, but it's just impressive. The first time I seen it, I was amazed. I definitely enjoyed that. But Corbin called Bron Breakker, and he choke slammed him through the announce table. Bron was trying to, how you go for the spear, run around the ring. Just caught him. Boom. Choke slam him. But Bron gets up like nothing, and he spares Corbin. Out of nowhere, Robert Stone, comes off the top rope, and he's trying to attack Bron Breakker, and Breakker just slams him, but Corbin hits the end of days. 1, 2, 3. Baron Corbin is your winner. Ringside, what's up with Mr. Stone trying to interfere and take out Bron Breakker?
If I'm not mistaken, and it very well could be, at the time, Bron and Corbin were just beating each other up all the time backstage, and Mr. Stone kept trying to break him up because that's his job as like the deputy GM or whatever his official role was at the time. And he just had enough of Bron, and he told him, "Hey, you got to chill out." Bron didn't chill out, and he got tossed for it.
Yeah, so you got your deputy dog backstage, and he's trying to interfere in the match.
Well, they also mentioned during the match that Bron Breakker had done some work on Von Wagner, who was a Mr. Stone protege a couple of weeks prior. So I think this was more like a retaliation against him for that too, more than everything else that had happened at that time. Yeah, I mean, Bron was sick at that time. I mean, Bron's been sick the entirety of his career, but he was real sick during that time, and he was laying out victims left and right, and Von Wagner was one of them, and that's where Stone comes in.
Well, Stone's in TNA, and Von Wagner, he's on the free agent list right now. It doesn't matter. But BDC, what are your thoughts on this match right here?
Oh, that match was great open, and I have to agree with Ringside. Baron Corbin went down to NXT and showed his whole ass. He went down there and reminded everybody why he was one of the top prospects coming up into the main roster from NXT as the Lone Wolf. And he just put it all out there. Like he was taking Braun step for step, and I loved it. And I think his Deep 6 this particular time, they called it the Deep 12 because he did a second revolution before he dropped him. But and once again, I appreciated that he did his end of days and it was protected, and Braun didn't kick out of it. I appreciated that because we all know this is the day where finishers just do not get protected. People take 8 of them in a match and they will still kick out at 2. So I appreciated the fact that his finisher was still protected at this point.
All right, Strat Facts, what are your thoughts on this opening match right here between Baron Corbin and Bron Breakker?
Baron Corbin's had a very up and down career in WWE and NXT, and he was just kind of lost there for a while. And his run at NXT, even though I did not watch NXT, I knew that he was having a very good run there, and I just think that even though he was personally doing well, he had he revitalized his character and his work was revitalized, that the higher ups, on the main roster still did not see it in him at this time. I mean, they might have years ago when the fans didn't want to see it in him, and which probably led to help him leave the company, which stinks. But maybe he's still doing work out there under a different name, and maybe he'll come back someday, and maybe the main roster will take him more seriously. He's been picked on by lots of people, of course, but he's also had his fans in the minority. So let's hopefully see him come back sometime. I was surprised to see him get the win over Bron Breakker because, again, not following it as closely. To me, the legacy of Bron Breakker was just he's an unstoppable force, and unstoppable forces don't take pinfalls. So that's why it was a little surprising to see, but it was nice to see because Baron Corbin was in the midst of a good streak for himself here, and it's classic booking, to have these two guys almost like the Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro. They fight each other. You know what? We're so good at fighting each other. We should team up. It's one of those classic tropes. But it's a very fun opener, very good work. Definitely does matter. Big thumbs up for this match here.
Agreed. Does match matter?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
this opening match, it matters. Our next match is for the NXT North American title. We have Dirty Dom Mysterio. He's on his way down to NXT. He's helping the brand out because he's hot over on Monday Night Raw right now. He don't have no mustache at the moment either. And he is taking on the next big thing at the time, Trick Williams. And we have Dragon Lee as a special referee. Dragon Lee and Dirty Dom, they've been beefing because Dragon Lee's on Ray's side and LWO and yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, Trick Williams come out. He's slowly getting over the whoop that tricks. The chant wasn't as loud like how it is to modern day, but he's getting there. You see, they're on something with Trick Williams right here. And Dom, his music hit that first note. You know, there's nothing but big boos, and Dom is just over. He's just over. And we noticed when Dom got in the ring, he dropped the belt right in front of Dragon Lee. And we noticed he had a little shiner on his eye. Do you know where he got that from?
I think they said it was from the week prior on Raw. Something happened. There was whatever altercation was in the ring, and he was beat up. And then he was I think Booker called him out as like a fighting champion. He's working hard. Look at his face all busted up, and he's here defending the title. I think it's just something.
Slapped him one good time. That's probably what happened. But notice that he had the little shiner on his eye. But all right, well, before the bell rang, Dom just drop kicks Trick Williams, blindsiding Trick out of nowhere, and then the match begins. And Dom, being that dastardly heel that he is, he tries to take the belt and just walk off, and Trick just catches him with a big clothesline outside the ring. And they had a decent match. It was pretty decent for your second match of the night. Dom went for a super kick. He missed Trick Williams. Accidentally hit Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee, he's out. And then Trick, he hits him with the big knee, which I think he needs to change his finisher. Like, a dude with your stature, you got to have like a better move than that. That's like Hogan doing a leg drop. That's just my opinion, but it is what it is. He hits the knee, but there's no referee. So we get another referee, comes out, and the ref got taken out. He got taken out too. And then Dom tried to hit Trick with the title, but he caught him with the knee again, and then boom, Trick Williams, he's your new North American champion. Ringside, what are your thoughts on this second match right here between Trick Williams and Dirty Dom Mysterio?
I thought it was pretty damn good. Trick was still figuring it out at this point. Like you said, the whoop that Trick chants weren't that loud. Booker was kind of vibing a little bit on commentary, but he hadn't really started to ascend yet. And which is crazy to think because December of that year of 2023, I believe, was Deadline. And it was in Bridgeport.
I was there.
I was there too. And it was thunderous when Trick came out. And I thought everything was just like the roof was going to collapse when Trick finally won the very last second. So to see that in like a 90-day period, to go from, Trick's got something, to holy shit, he's the dude from now on. That's just pretty cool to see him kind of like meager beginnings almost right here. Really good match. Dom is, like you said, such a dastardly heel. He's one of the best shit heels I think they've ever had without his mustache. It's strange. It's unnatural. I don't like it. I can't believe at this point, he didn't grow. It took him a while to figure that out. Really good match. I do like the Trick shot as Trick's finish because it's a quick thing. You could hit it on anybody. I mean, like you said, he's got some good stature. He's tall, but it's a quick move. He can hit the Trick shot out of anywhere, and that's game. That's the match, and that's exactly what he did. Hit him with the belt, or the Trick shot into the belt into Dom's face, and that was it. One thing I did find very funny is Dragon Lee took the bump, and when you put on a referee shirt, you also gain all their attributes and lose yours as a pro wrestler, because he was out for like 7 or 8 minutes, and it's like, it's Dragon Lee. If he takes a super kick in a match, he'll be down for 10 seconds. Then he was out for most of the match. I thought it was very funny. Very good match, good start. People hated Dom then, they hate him now. It's very good all across the board.
Still crazy over though.
Yeah,
still crazy over.
Yeah, just like you said, how Dragon Lee took that bump. He was out for like 8 minutes. I always hated that when a former talent, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, they actually get punched in the face and they just laid out.
They're just done. It's over for them.
Oh my God, like get up. Like, we know what you're capable of doing. Next thing you know, a week later, let's have a match. Now you're just wrecking
back
havoc.
to normal. Yeah.
But yeah, this match, it definitely does matter. Strat, what are your thoughts on this match right
here? First, I have to take the thought I had and put it in the back of my mind. Has no relevancy on this show. But it's, you don't. No.
So that thought doesn't matter, is what you're saying.
Oh, it does matter. On the X-rated, it doesn't matter podcast.
Oh no.
Because that knows me too well. Yeah, this match. Dirty Dom. Man, when you think about it, man, this guy has been hot for a while, huh? And pre and post mustache. I actually went to Walmart in Groton today, and they're getting ready for a new lineup of action figures because they had none, and they usually have a decent selection. I was hoping to find the new Dominic Mysterio action figure with mustache because I found one at the Waterford Walmart, no mustache. I was like, that's not the Dom I want. That is not the Dom I want. So he's in the midst of being over. He's still over, so that's good for him to be down NXT, lending some of his popularity to NXT. And Trick Williams, just when you mentioned that Deadline show in Bridgeport, oh man, I had no idea that happened because it was not on my radar. So good for you guys. Good for the true.
It was
NXT
a good show.
faithful.
I thought Trick was gonna lose, man. Like the way he was down like 4 or 5 points, something like that, and then just to come back and get the win. Oh man.
Tiffany was. I don't think he had one.
Yeah, it was good. It was definitely good.
One pinfall. Yeah. We don't want to spoil it. We might talk about that if you haven't already in a few months. Who knows?
Yeah. But generally speaking, I'm not that familiar with Trick Williams' work. I'm just not. I know where he ascends to, but I just not like I said, not that familiar with his work. But that being said, it was a fun match, and Dragon Lee, he had a purpose in the match. But I was about to say, like, dude has no purpose in the match. Just that one, he has one spot to do in the end to continue the feud with Dom. But other than that, it's just, hey, it's Lucha Ref, cool, good stuff. But a lot of booking involved in this match, so you can consider it a little bit overbooked for my taste. But that's just the nature of pro wrestling and NXT, man. So yeah, fun little match, but not match of the night by any means.
BDC.
It was a great second match. It delivered. It did what it needed to do. The fans were excited to see Trick finally land a title. This was really the beginning of his ascent. Like you said, you mentioned Deadline, but this right here, him claiming the North American title, was really the start of it all, especially with what happens later in the night. And it was a good match. I wasn't a big fan of the Trick shot in the beginning. I've kind of grown to like it now. And of course, as far as his chant, Booker T was on that Joker from day one. So, Booker T is very underrated for his work as far as pumping talent up with whether it's their intro or it's moments in the match or anything like that. I mean, now it was up until she hit the main roster, the Stephanie's Devil's Kiss. That's, you still got people to this day. He's not even announced anymore. Yeah. That's all Booker. Very underrated for just hyping particular stars up based on little things in their character, not even them themselves, are just little parts of their character. So, but yeah, it was a good match. Great second match. It definitely mattered because I do believe this was the start of Trick Williams' ascent to where he is today.
All right, so ringside doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
Strap.
Sure.
Yes.
Wow.
This match,
Wow.
it definitely matters. Trick is hot. Dom's still hot to this day.
Yep.
They're doing something right.
Trick's hot to this day too. Both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TNA champ.
That's a lot of sustained overness from both guys. A
Yeah.
testament to them, I think.
Imagine losing a title and not dropping off a bit. That's Dom. He lost the title and it did not affect him at all. Just didn't.
And Trick did everything in NXT. So go win the TNA title.
Yep.
There you go. All right. Well, our next match is for the tag titles. We have the Creed brothers taking on Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo taking on OTM. And they're taking on the tag team champion of Tony D'Angelo and Channing Stacks Lorenzo. John, I'm start with you. Do you know what OTM stands? What does that stand for?
They kept talking about it during commentary. Like Ricky T's like, "That's something from the streets, man. You know, the Jeffersons are moving on up." I still don't remember exactly what it stands for. So
OTM stands for Out the Mud.
Out the Mud.
That's a terrible ass name.
Indeed.
Terrible team. Are they still there?
I think the one who didn't have the beads in his hair, I think he's still there.
Because
The other
you
dude.
know, like I said, watching the show, I'm like, I know some of the people made it to the main roster. I know some people got fired, and I'm like, these guys. I don't think so. I don't know who they are. I don't think they made it. I don't think they're still around.
Yeah.
But I could totally be wrong.
Well, I know that ultimately Jada Parker joined that group, and then she basically rose up and passed that group. So she's just her own thing now, and that group is still. So, yeah.
You remember Scripps?
Reggie.
Yeah,
Reggie.
Like, did he
Yeah,
get fired
he's
too?
gone.
Reggie.
Reggie's
Yeah, he gone.
Reggie's gone. Yep.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
I think Lucian Price is still there.
That's the one.
I want to say he's a part of Dark Side now, but I don't know for sure.
No.
No, they're both still there. One of them was hurt this year. He busted his nose. He had the like the face plate on or the face mask on.
Mm-hmm.
They're both still there. They're just not on TV. Just whatever.
They out the mud waiting for some opportunity.
They
back
out the
in the mud.
When I saw this match card come up, I'm like, it's like someone went to the Goodwill store, went to the kids section, went to the plastic crate, grabbed 8 action figures at random, and said, "This is my match. This is my 4-way tag team title match." You know.
And what I didn't get with OTM and their entrance, they walked out to get on their bikes. So that's stupid. Why don't you ride out on the damn
They walked out to get on their bikes to then walk down to the ring on their bikes. Like,
that was stupid.
Who is their
stuck in the
trainer
mud.
that day? Camacho. You know, that's what I was wondering.
That's
Tangaloa.
not even gonna lie. When I saw the bikes, that's the first thing I thought about. I was like, wait, I thought this dude wasn't doing that anymore.
Yeah, I know we in California.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That was horrible.
Yeah. So you know, this for me, a bunch of people, I had no idea who they were, but they did turn out a pretty entertaining match because that's what you got to do sometimes. So even though I would love to make fun of the fact that I had no idea who most of the people were, I thought it was a fun match. So I'll give it it does matter already to it.
So Tony D, the Dawn of NXT.
Oh my god.
He had a bad leg and he got taken out pretty early because he tried to double suplex Humberto
and on under the pants.
Yeah. You see how they cut the velour off him. Yeah, so he went to the back, and then man, Garza and Humberto, man, they look good, man. I wish they had more opportunity to shine. Like I know they're like the AAA tag champions right now, but does that really matter?
They need to put promo pieces on each of them individually. They can be over. They're just
Humberto got like nowadays. Humberto got like a great look to him. Like he leaned out more and whatnot. And you see how he's getting busy in this match. When he did that, it was like a snap mirror and like a headlock. I don't know. It was some wild tag team move. I'm like, damn, these guys are innovative. I was digging that. You know how I feel about the Creed brothers. Young Kurt Angle's, Chad Gable. You know that's my type of guys right there. Brutus is a brute. How he did that springboard Brutus bomb. Oh my god, that shit was crazy. Julius, just strong as hell, taking both guys out. OTM, they ain't do nothing for me. they ain't do nothing for me. Two big dudes, just one is a wrestler and one is stuck in streetwear. And he's in the mud. And Stacks and Tony D. Yeah.
That dude has strong nose.
Oh, Stacks?
Yeah. Stacks.
Fake MJF?
Channing. What's his name?
Yeah, Channing Stacks.
Lorenzo.
Yeah.
The underboss.
Jeez.
But it was it was an interesting tag, fatal 4-way tag match.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It matters for me. Ringside, what about you?
I was actually kind of let down by this. I think it was the weakest of the night. I am happy that they didn't do a gigantic Tower of Doom spot that they do in every single multi-man match for the last 10 years. But they all did like the 4 simultaneous superplexes, which was really cool. I thought that was good. That was a nice spin on it. But yeah, like I wish we could see these Creeds on Raw every week because they just came out. They just banging the whole time. They were great. Like you said, that the huge Brutus bomb and Julius was just throwing dudes with those suplexes. It was awesome. I missed those guys, but the match was all right. And I was also very disappointed that Angel Garza didn't wear his breakaway pants because he came out in the shorts already. Like, come on, dude! Like we're trying to see those pants come off. Like that's what we're all here for. That's the deal. But I thought the match was all right. It was all right.
I was thinking about that. You mentioned that 4-way superplex spot, and I'm looking at the referee. Man, homeboy has no idea what to do, where to go, and I'm like, this. Never mind the entire match. The whole match is designed from Shawn Michaels in the back saying, "All right, I just want to know what the referee's gonna do when this spot happens," and he's just like, and then like everyone falls. Then he's like, "I guess I'll fall too."
He was on like a 2-second delay.
It was, they said what, like Mike Chioda or Charles Robinson overselling during the Brock Lesnar Big Show ones. Man, this guy was underselling it, man. Poor referee. He was out there without a prayer, man.
I think he was just in shock, and his body didn't know what to do until he came back to reality. It's like, oh shit.
Time to go.
BDC, what are your thoughts?
Good match, showcased the Creeds and Humberto and the Angel very well. It definitely showed you who was top tier talent and who wasn't. And I mean, for that sake, it was a good match because at least 2 of the 4 teams were teams I was really interested in. That's pretty much it. It was a good match for that. Does it matter for me? I'm not on the fence about that, but as I said, 2 of the 4 teams were worth it for me, so I guess I'll say it does for that.
All right, so it matters for BDC, it matters for me, it matters for Stratton ringside.
I'm on the fence a little bit. Half matters. We'll give it a 0.5 matter.
Yeah,
Somewhat
that sounds. I like that. That's why I'll go with it. That's
from Abel on the last show we did. We've done Somewhat Matters, have we? All right.
Yeah, plenty of time.
Somewhat matters.
Somewhat matters.
There you go.
Well, Tony D and Stacks, they got the win. They retained the tag titles.
I love Tony D's. Great calamari.
Tell me Al Mayo sent you. All right, we get a video package of a new superstar about to make his debut, and that new superstar is Lexis King. John, is that your first time seeing that vignette?
Toyota Prince. Yeah, that is the first time I've seen it, and it's pretty easy to figure out. So, Lexis King, still doing nothing, still looking like a broke ass Paul Burchill, the pirate.
Wow.
He had a good match on Tuesday this week.
Did he win?
Right.
I didn't see it.
No, it doesn't matter if he won or not, but it was a good match.
So
The
Randy
best
Orton
thing to come
Jr.
out of the Varsity Blondes is Julia Hart. So they.
I think at this point he's doing himself a disservice, not just going under the Pillman name. I get why he's not doing it, but I just don't think it's not helping him right now.
He needs all the help he
It's
can
really not helping him.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Ryan Pillman Jr.
All right, well, our next match we have is Noam Dar taking on Butch for the Heritage Cup. Strap, is this your first time seeing a Heritage Cup match?
Yes, and I didn't get it, and I didn't like it.
That's why
I appreciate that it had 2 pages worth of rules. I can appreciate that, and I might even figure that. Man, Dom, you have me figured out because you targeted me first. You figured, he might like a match like this because it seems so complicated, like a Ring of Honor pure rules match. That I understand. Nigel McGuinness, Bryan Danielson, someone else, Deonna Purrazzo for the women. But that's not a bad thing. It's trying to follow the rules. I think I stopped taking it seriously after the first round, where the round ended and then Noam Dar cheap shotted Pete Dunne. I was like, all right. What else can you expect? It's pro wrestling. They're never, ever, ever going to follow the rules straight up. So, but that took me out of it. I was like, all right, they're not going to play by these insane rules. There's going to be weird stuff going on in between. So, like I said, it just took me out of it. But hey, Pete Dunne is one of the best workers out there. Noam Dar, how the hell are you still hired, Noam Dar?
I believe you're still there.
Because you can't fire somebody if they're hurt. That's why.
Sorry, man. You're still the Alicia Fox guy to me. So how the hell are you still hired from the 205 days? I don't know. You got to be really good or something. And I'm not saying he sucks, but whatever. But this Scottish Supernova versus Butch still using the Fighting Brutes theme song. They didn't. I guess they were just about to do the New Catch Republic thing. And they got that botch entrance in Philadelphia at Mania. So sorry for those guys. But yeah, right. I couldn't get into this match. There's just too much shenaniganing going on. So I just maybe it was good, but I couldn't follow it, and I lost interest very quickly.
All right. Well, the first fall, they went the distance. Noam Dar with the cheap shot after, and they get 20 seconds to regroup. And then
they played the theme music during that 20 seconds.
Did they?
Yeah, I think so. They played like the winner's theme music if they won the
a little interlude, just a little breakdown for
imagine they did that the Heritage Cup with Jey Uso. 20 seconds of that.
Oh, man.
One more time.
Well, the second fall, Noam Dar, he got it with interference with Oro Mensah. It's a terrible name.
Oof. Oh man, so many bad names on the show.
The ref got distracted because the bell rung, but yeah, that's how Noam Dar got the first fall.
Known as Ora Funsa.
The third fall, Butch wins with the bitter end to tie it up. The fourth fall, round 4, Noam Dar, he's saved by the bell because he's about to get his ass choked out. Then round 5, they're very physical. They going at it, and I'm surprised Noam Dar didn't win with that spinning back elbow because he laid Butch out with that.
Ooh,
he knocked him clean, but Butch, he kicked out. And then he hit him with the brain buster on the ring apron, but Butch kicked out again. And then before the round ended, Butch, snapped the fingers. There you go. And then you get another 20-second rest period. Round 6. Oro tried to get involved, and then Dar hits the Shining Wizard on Butch, but Butch kicks out, and then Tyler Bate, he goes after Oro Mensah, and he's taking him out, and then Butch is hitting all Pete Dunne's signature moves. Noam Dar kicks out. Damn, these are some terrible ass names, like you said, John. They're terrible.
I wish they were Japanese.
Oh,
Yako Hakase and Tomo Dishi.
Oh man. So it was a lot going on. Everybody's interested in this round 6 right here. And all of a sudden, Gallus came out of nowhere, took out Tyler Bate. They interfered, took out Pete Dunne, and Noam Dar, he steals it. and he's the winner of the Heritage Cup. Wow. What's up with Gallus? I know they're not with NXT no more, but
I never got Gallus. They kept trying to make him. They kept trying to make Gallus a thing. I didn't get it ever. Not once. 5 years. Nothing. I don't know. That's all I got on Gallus.
Ah.
Well, what are your thoughts on this match, this Heritage Cup match? Do you enjoy Heritage Cup matches?
Yeah, I think so. It's a change of pace. Something different. Kind of depends who you got going on. Like, I'm not really a Pete Dunne guy. This one didn't work as much for me, even though I love Noam Dar. He's one of my dudes. And yeah, but he's had good matches with one of the Coffee brothers. Actually, they had a really good Heritage Cup match. He had good ones with who else? Charlie Dempsey, Tyler Bate. He had a bunch because he had it 3 or 4 times. But yeah, like I said, change of pace is good. John said immediately took him out of it when Noam kind of hit him after the bell. But he's a dirty little heel, Noam Dar. That's his job. He's supposed to break the rules. When you have a babyface cup holder like a Tyler Bate, he was very honorable, very pure, as it were. But Noam Dar, he's a little stinker. He's gonna break the rules if he can. So, although Booker contends, he did hit him at the bell, and I tend to believe Booker T on everything. So, but yeah, it was good. It was all right. I liked it.
Does it matter?
Yes, because I love Noam Dar, and everything he does matters. And I love Metaphor. Didn't even talk about them at all. They're so good. So much fun.
Jakara.
Or
BDC. What are your thoughts?
Wait, hold on. Did matter.
Oh.
Strap. It doesn't matter to you?
No, but you can see, like, if you take, because Noam Dar does have a certain charisma, so if you take that with that heel character, and he has held it for how many ever times, and like in my mind, like I said, I'm comparing it to the Pure Championship when Nigel McGuinness had it in Ring of Honor, and if you just viewed one of his Pure Championship matches as a one-off, you'd probably say the same thing I said. He's not playing by the rules, and it's taking me out of the match because you don't understand the entire concept of what they're doing. You're just seeing a singular match of him breaking the rules and in this point in time. So it's like so when I see it in that sense, I'm like, yeah, the Heritage Cup thing with Noam Dar could have some legs depending on who his opponent is. But if you're being just presented to it for the first time ever, like I was, you're not going to like it. But it's definitely something I could see that could grow on you. So, but as it was, I think, as silly as some of the things could have been, I think it does have some replayability because you can, like someone like me, if I did choose to go watch it back, there are things I would look for that could make it more entertaining for me. So, I'll give it it does matter for the replay factor.
And it does matter for me. I did enjoy it. I just wish it was just one fall, not this stop for 20-second type crap, because them two could go.
Yeah.
Like, I've never really seen, besides like the Cruiserweight Classics, I never really see Noam Dar go like he did right now. And it's actually good. So take away the stop and go type stuff and get rid of Gallus. This match could have been a classic, instant classic right here. And plus, I wouldn't want to carry that damn trophy through customs and airport and all that. That's too damn much.
Only if you live.
I'm surprised they never saw replicas. If you do like a little 9-inch replica of that Heritage Cup, I don't know how they never made those. They could have sold a couple dozen.
I see how it didn't happen. But yeah, I think that's the major drawback for me is that you have these two in the ring. Yeah, it's multiple rounds. It's all of that, but your decision is based on people interfering in the very last round. People that were basically sitting in the back having a cup of coffee. They're like, oh, when are we going to interfere? Well, you know what? It's the last match. I think now would be the good time. Let's just go ahead and do that now. It just, when you have matches like that, when it's multiple rounds, it's like go clean or go home. It's like it would be different if it was Noam Dar's crew that was out there doing anything, but these guys just came out of nowhere. They and like you said, they were trying to push them for something. Apparently, they had beef with anyone international, and it just it fell flat for me.
All right. Well, our next match is for your NXT Championship. We have Carmelo Hayes defending his title against Ilja Dragunov,
The Mad Dragon.
the Mad Dragon. So they had a match at NXT Great American Bash, and Melo got the win with the help of his boy Trick Williams. And this time he wanted to do it on his own. He want to prove that he can do it. So we get a banger of a match between these two guys right here. Melo comes out, has all the jerseys of all the people that he defeated, like how the Undertaker had the tombstones, everybody defeated at WrestleMania. He had the jerseys, some generic jerseys. And then Melo is him. If you want to see the best of Carmelo Hayes, you got to check out his rivalry with the Mad Dragon, because you're not seeing what Melo can do right now on SmackDown with The Miz. So this is it right here.
Right.
Melo is him. And this match was such a banger. A physical fight between both guys. If you guys are not familiar with Ilja Dragunov, you're about to be soon when he's on the main roster, kicking off with Rusev. That's gonna be a banger. That's gonna be a banger. But between these two guys, like, this is like one of the matches like you just sit down, no phone, just watch, because these guys just pause, giving it all to each other. And then Ilja with the super H-bomb, which is like that flying forearm, flying elbow. Knock my man Melo out cold, and he is hyped. He is intense, and he is your new NXT champion. And after they got the 1, 2, 3, he's still hyped. Yeah, I did it. Yeah. I told you I'm going to do it. And then he did the sign of respect. He picked up Carmelo Hayes, like yoked him up, shook his hand. I told you I was going to do it. Like, all right. But yeah, so the Mad Dragon, he's your champ. Good ass fight.
Yep.
Ringside, what are your thoughts?
Absolutely banged. Straight up. It did start a little slow, and they kind of started slugging it out, and it was just a high gear from there.
It was cooking.
It just didn't stop cooking so much.
Yeah.
And like I said, Ilja is one of the most intense dudes they got in the roster. He's 110% every match. It doesn't matter if it's a random Tuesday for NXT, if it's on Raw, if it's a PLE. He has one speed. That's it. He doesn't slow down for nothing. I loved it. It was great. And like you said, after the end, after he won, he picked up Melo and he's shaking his hand and he's like yelling in his face, like, thank you, like, you're awesome, thank you. You kind of see it in between the camera cuts. And it's just friggin' great, man. That's it. No notes.
No notes.
No notes.
Ringside, who you got? Ilja or Chris Benoit in the match?
Present day, probably Ilja. All time, if we say like maybe 2003, I don't know. That or early 2000s Benoit was something else. I'd probably still go with Ilja though. I don't know.
That'd be a hard hitting match.
Oh yeah.
God damn.
Oh yeah.
I would enjoy that one. All right, BDC, what are your thoughts on this match right here?
I'll sum it up in 5 words: the match of the night. The match of the night.
Easy.
I've been a Mad Dragon guy ever since he made his debut on NXT, and dude's just rough. Dude is a beast, and I've been a fan of his ever since I first saw him. So I knew that I could expect what to expect from him. But like you said, Carmelo Hayes was on an entirely different level we have not seen since he left NXT. And we got the best of all worlds with that match. We got the best of all worlds with that match. There was no interference, so the two of them could just go. And go they did.
Damn right.
So
Damn right.
This match absolutely, positively mattered to me.
Damn right. Now, Strat Facts, Were you familiar with Carmelo Hayes before he made the main roster?
I've seen a lot. I've seen. I don't want to say I've seen enough. No, I've seen just enough for about of Carmelo Hayes. So he's one of the guys I am more familiar with his work. And what got Hayes on my radar is just some interview somewhere, and like Shawn Michaels. I don't know. It was just Shawn Michaels saying like Carmelo Hayes is my favorite wrestler. I was like, if you're Shawn Michaels' favorite wrestler, you got to be fucking good. So that's what put Carmelo Hayes on my radar, to like really just pay attention to anything he's actually doing. So if there is a TV show, if there is a NXT PLE, maybe I won't watch the whole show, but maybe I'll check out that main event because Carmelo Hayes is on it and he's doing something relevant and important. And even though I haven't turned on the game in quite a long time, but I love putting Carmelo Hayes on my roster as general manager in WWE 2K24, 25, mostly 24. I love putting him on my team, on my roster, my brand, WCW, and I always enjoy playing as him when and having his entrance music come out. So I do enjoy Carmelo Hayes quite a bunch. He's terribly miscast on the main roster. I mean, what do you do with him? It's like you can do a lot of things, but they're not. But hopefully with The Miz, he doesn't get lost in the shuffle. But I did watch Homecoming, and Jesus, man. Watch NXT Homecoming. It just makes you feel bad because how great these guys were on NXT, and including Carmelo, including Trick, including DIY. What the heck? Why can't you guys be like this on SmackDown? But yeah, this was a great match. I'm also a big fan of Ilja Dragunov, another guy I love putting on my roster in 2K24. He's great. Any guy that beats Walter on the jump, man, that's instant credibility. You can't beat Walter, man. You can't beat Gunther like that. But he did. He's on that less than where my hand is. Less than 5 people that beat him. Well, the list is growing now. Yeah, a big fan of both these guys. So to have these two face off like this, it's just incredible. And they delivered, absolutely delivered. And before we get to the main event match, I just want to say that the commentary, BDC talked about the energy that Booker T brings, and Vic Joseph's been around a long time too. But man, I don't like these guys. I don't like listening to them. As a matter of fact, the first match I decided to watch and listen to in Spanish.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
wow.
John. Jesus.
So for the remainder of the show, up until the women's main event, it was just Booker and Vic Joseph, and they, it's okay. It's fun. It's okay. But they really got to me during the women's main event. And I midway through the match, I turned it back to Spanish.
Wow.
But that's coming up.
That's coming up next month then.
That's coming up very shortly. But Carmelo Hayes, Ilja Dragunov, definitely does matter. Super 5 stars for you guys. Just great stuff. Definitely worth going out of your way to check out these two.
Yep.
Yes. And Strap, you said Shawn Michaels like Carmelo Hayes. His new guy that he likes, watch out for, the young OG, Javon Evans. Be on the lookout for the young OG.
Yeah.
He made a brief debut on SmackDown, but I don't know what the hell happened.
Is he the Orton guy? No,
not the deaf dude.
All right.
But yeah, young OG, Javon Evans. Be on the lookout.
Yeah, he's a very, when I first saw him, he reminded me of Booker T, except extremely skinny. But that dude can go.
They said he got heart like Sami Zayn.
And that dude could just fly. That dude just flies all over the ring, literally.
Yeah. Yep.
Rumor has it he's pretty bouncy. I've heard once or twice. And,
that's a very solid rumor.
Solid rumor.
I don't like that.
Very solid rumor.
Javon's great though. He's got a good look. Yeah. He could talk. People freaking love him. I think he's only 20 to 21. He speaks like a 20 to 21-year-old. He doesn't go out there with, at NXT No Mercy on this Saturday. He doesn't do like.
Oh no, he's street. He's straight street.
He's himself.
He's straight street.
He's great. love him. I'm
And-
very excited for him to finally take the next step.
Right, and because he's height wise he's decent size, but because he's so skinny, he takes some crazy bumps. He takes some crazy bumps. He gets thrown. he gets thrown in some crazy
All the big
ways.
matches just tossed the springboard off the top rope onto the announce table.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's-
Obafemi almost destroyed him.
say,
Trick
Strat-
Williams almost destroyed him.
That's your homework right there, Strap. Watch Obafemi and
Javon Evans.
Javon Evans for the NXT title. That was in Lowell. I think it was in Lowell.
Oh my goodness.
It was a few weeks
I
ago. It
think
was like maybe
so.
like
It was
2
pretty
months ago,
recently.
something like
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty recent. Yo, Oba. Ooh. 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 Yeah, check that match out.
The ruler.
It should be
It
on.
It was
Peacock
such a
right
big
now.
impact, that one spot with the announce table. They ran late, and as soon as they had the pinfall, they cut. They had to turn off the broadcast because
Just made one for
they took so
springboard.
much time on that spot. Yep.
Or if you just download TikTok, I'll send you the video and you just watch the whole match.
John's uninterested. All right,
Yeah.
what's next?
John's like, nah, I'm not doing that.
So if you gave a lot of steroids to Apollo Crews, would he beat Obafemi?
Apollo Crews
No.
ain't got.
No.
I mean,
Cruz is already way more jacked
I know.
What
It's
is
the same-
this?
It's not a gimmick, but And
Apollo
well,
Crews.
one was a fake accent. One is.
Yeah, I was about to say yeah.
Oba got a
Oba.
fake accent too.
Oba's fake too. He's from Tennessee.
Cool.
You didn't hear him when he won. He cut a promo when he won the title, and midway through he cut it to an American. He was like, plenty of champions come out here and they say, I knew I could do it. I hollered. I was like, are you kidding me?
All
Yeah,
right.
he's hilarious. He's hilarious.
All right, well, let's
Love
get to
Oba.
our main
I'm a big
event.
Oba
The main event
feminist.
of the night is
I'm
for your
ready.
NXT Women's Championship match. It's an Extreme Rules match. It's Tiffany Stratton taking on Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch made her return to NXT. Why? Because she's the man. She can do whatever she wants. She dominated Raw. She dominated SmackDown. She main evented WrestleMania 35. We were all there. Were we awake? Maybe. It was a long night. But she did everything. She's the mother, best-selling author, and now she's back in NXT, and she's the champ. And Tiffany Stratton, she's saying she is the next rising star. She's going to main event WrestleMania. She ain't lying. She's doing that. She's showing that. And she looked good. She had the, her little Barbie doll entrance and whatnot with the pink and the black. And
Was that
big
her
robe.
music? Was that the original music?
That was
of
her
hers?
original music. I hated that shit.
It sounds terrible.
It did.
People miss that. I mean, I don't know what her original music was. So
I
That-
missed
that
the
was
Titantron where it's all like the Barbie font and Barbie's
Sure.
Dream House. But the music, the actual music is much better right now.
Yeah.
okay, it is. I agree.
She's modern day Barbie. She need to be a heel
Yeah.
again, to be honest with you. But Becky Lynch, they showing her, her highlights and whatnot, her accolades. And she's like, "Oh, I'll be right back. Came back, had the shopping cart with all her stuff that she picked up earlier in the day, and had the hard hat when she tried to headbutt her and the hat fell off. That was pretty funny. So she just ran in with the hat, and then she has something in the bag, and I thought about what we talked about a few weeks ago. She had a bag full of broken Barbie dolls. A few weeks ago, we was clowning the Young Bucks, and they had the gummy worms, whatever the hell they had in the damn bag. Now she had that, but the fight, it was damn near, it was a good ass fight. They brought it. They showed why they were the main event. It's fighting through the crowd. Some dude gave Becky a chain. Supposedly it was her stylist, and she just clocked Tiffy. And Tiffy, she's cut open big time, and she's wiped out. But they're still going. They banging. They brought it. It's very physical. Tiffy went for a swanton off the top rope through the table. The table didn't break. Brought it back in the ring. Hit her with another swanton. But Becky kicked out, and shitload of chairs out there, and Becky hits her with a manhandle slam. 1, 2, 3. Becky wins. I thought Tiffany was gonna win this because I thought this was just to put her over. But I'm assuming Tiffany won on the main roster after this. After Deadline, right?
It was a little while later. I think it was the following year. She was still in NXT for a while. She feuded with Tatum Paxley for quite a while, and they were kind of turning her face at the time. I thought her and Fallon were gonna be a tag team, and then she was on SmackDown, and that was the end of it.
Yeah, they pushed her because she had that Royal Rumble pop, loud.
That was it.
Elimination Chamber. They want her to win, loud. And then, we got something with this girl. So, yeah. So, I enjoy the match. The match definitely matters to me. Ringside, what about you?
Yeah, it was when you gave me the list of events to choose, I'm always going to pick NXT. It's just the way it's going to be. And I was looking at this, No Mercy 03. Like, I think that was Becky and Tiffany, but I didn't remember anything else from the card. But this was, as the main event, is the one you're supposed to remember, so to speak. And Tiffany's presentation was awesome. Like I said, total Barbie doll. She looks like a Barbie doll. It's exactly how you're supposed to. It was very funny. I remember it at the time. Tiffany's waiting for Becky in the ring. She's got the brass knuckles, except they're backwards. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I didn't peep that.
I saw it when it happened. I remember, I think those are backwards, but it's still going to hurt. Doesn't matter. But no, really good match. They went all out. I think this was at the time, it was like, oh yeah, Tiffany's a pretty damn good wrestler considering she's only been doing it for 2 years, 2.5 years at that point. But then she brought it up to another level because now she's doing extra stuff. She's doing the tables. She's taking bumps on broken Barbies, which I'm sure Tatum Paxley was very disappointed to see because, considering how everybody watches NXT, they know Tatum loves her Barbie dolls. And that's just for me, I guess. But yeah, she was taking all those big bumps on all the chairs and the Barbies and the tables and stuff. So this really elevated Tiffany, I thought. Like I said, I know she was good. She could talk, she could work, but then Becky really helped elevate her game. And this was, Becky giving back, and she went down there and with the intent of putting everybody over, helping everybody out. And even though she beat Tiffany, I think she still put her over despite Tiffany not winning. But no, really good match. I thought it was great.
So does the match matter?
Oh, yeah.
All right. BDC, what are your thoughts on this main event?
Main event was good. Becky Lynch going back down to NXT was like the gift that kept on giving. I think, like I heard Ringside saying, she went down there and she was helping with the NXT talent down there at the time. Tiffy being a big one, Lyra being another one. So she really went down there. She brought her expertise in. She put on good matches. This match was no exception. It especially for an Extreme Rules match, where those matches can tend to get lost because you're trying to be so extreme that you kind of lose the match itself, because the only thing they're trying to do is just use everything in creation to make the match extreme. That they just had a really solid match, and it just so happened to be an Extreme Rules match, and not the other way around. It's an Extreme Rules match where they're just out there just doing everything possible to beat the hell out of each other with everything available. So it was a really good match. Does the match matter? Absolutely it does. I think Becky Lynch's entire second run in NXT mattered for the very reason that she was down there putting over talent, getting talent ready to come up to the main roster. Before she ultimately lost the title and came back.
All right. Strat, what about you?
I thought it was it was a great main event. I mean, for me, it just went a little bit too long because I was just like, they've done so much. Like, they did a lot. They did so many spots. it was kind of like almost any one of them could have been the finishing sequence,
Mhm.
So they had lots of finishing sequences, and that's what, WWE likes to do. That's what all modern wrestling likes to do. They just like to kill you with finishers. But if you thought this match was fun, watch it in Spanish. Go really enjoy it. This it was a worthy of its spot. Becky Lynch taking her main event style, bringing it down to NXT, showing Tiffany Stratton how it's done, and I think that's the last big lesson Tiffany Stratton has gotten, and then made her way on up to the main roster. And still hasn't had she had a good she had a good physical matchup with Charlotte at WrestleMania, and she's shown flashes of brilliance here and there, but still haven't seen anything like this match right here. So kind of like the match before it, Carmelo and Ilja Dragunov, just very well done, worth checking out, worth going out of your way to see, and yeah, this will make a fan out of you for this era of NXT.
Right, so it was unanimous. This match matters. NXT No Mercy, the whole show matters. John, would you go back and relive this whole show?
It's definitely more than some of the shows we've reviewed over the course of podcast history. It's a very good show. A lot of things to see. Especially, if you like to reflect on, some of the main roster superstars, even a couple of years ago. You get to see them right before they hit the quote big time, and you get to see them do great work, as indicated by the two main events, the opening match, and like I said, even the tag match throwaway for the titles was still fun for me. So the whole show was a lot of fun, and especially at under 3 hours, it's a big win for wrestling fans.
There you go. Well, this concludes the month of September, NXT No Mercy 2023. Next month, we're kicking off with No Mercy again, but this time we're taking it back to 2008. Poppy Platino's choice. Poppy Platino will be back next week, and I'm going to run through the card right quick. And here we go. In our opening matches for the ECW Championship, we have Matt Hardy taking on Mark Henry.
Originally penciled for the WrestleMania 20.
All right. After this, for the Women's Championship, we have Beth Phoenix taking on Candice Michelle.
Oh, a good version of Candice Michelle. I did enjoy.
After this, we have Rey Mysterio taking on Kane.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Christ.
Heaven help.
We have a singles match to determine the number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship between Bradshaw taking on Batista.
Abel.
Next match, we have the Big Show taking on the Undertaker. You guys are laughing. Our next match is for the WWE Championship. We have Triple H taking on Jeff Hardy.
Wow.
And our main event is a ladder match for the World Heavyweight Championship. We have Shawn Michaels taking on Chris Jericho.
That's the only reason he chose it.
That's the only reason why he told me. That's the only reason why I chose it.
Yeah. That's right there. Yep.
This episode of Super SmackDown brought to you by Starburst Juicy Fruit.
He said, I looked through the whole match. It's the only reason why I chose this match right here. The show right here. Just because of that.
Jesus.
I said, yeah, I figured that.
There could be some surprises there. That lineup is not
good.
Mad sketch, son.
Is that one of the worst cards on paper?
No.
It feels like it.
It is.
Yeah, it feels like it.
December
It's so
does
plain.
Dismember.
It's so retread. It's such of a retread. We've seen these matches before, so let's see. Like, all right, and they know it too. They have to know it too. They're like, all right, let's see if we can pull something. I mean, Rey Mysterio versus Kane. We're groaning already, but maybe this is the one where they pull out something special. I don't remember, so we'll be in for a pleasant surprise.
Well, if you can't remember, they probably didn't pull out something special. I think
Well,
I think that reasoning lines up.
I feel like everybody remembers the whole Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho thing. That's the only thing everybody remembers.
All right. For now.
Godspeed, friends. Godspeed.
This is definitely this not definitely felt like a No Mercy that we just went through. This is going to be No Mercy on our eyes next week.
Ringside, more welcome to.
Oh, I have to. I have.
You gotta go pet.
Funeral that day. Sorry, guys. Yeah.
I was about to say you got to go pet the dog or something. You got to go pet the dog.
Return some videotapes.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got a Blockbuster video, and I got a Blockbuster video. I got to go return it to that lone one left in Oregon.
Yeah. I had to walk there too, so it'll take a while. Sorry.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, that's a wrap for NXT No Mercy 2023. Thank you guys for being a part of the show. StratFax, BDC, Ringside, and I appreciate y'all doing this. We're gonna keep bringing gems, keep bringing the hits, and if you like what we do, remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and let us know what one of your favorite moments is of the It Doesn't Matter podcast. We're gonna continue to bring all the hot takes, all the knowledge, and all wrestling talk. Until then, we will see y'all next time. Boom.